Hi Capricorn, welcome to your reading. If you're new to the channel, I do timeless readings, which means that whenever you find this video is when you're meant to hear the messages within it. And in case you subscribe, I upload my new videos for Cancer and Capricorn on Thursdays. Also, the deck that I'm using today is called the Crystal Visions Tarot. And we have some cards that have jumped out. But the deck that I'm using today is called the Crystal Visions Tarot. And as always, if you guys are interested in a personal reading, my information is in the description below. Also, just as a heads up, sometimes the cards like to flip over in the deck. I do see them. However, I really only take cards that jump out like these ones have. This one came out like this. I turned it over and it came up upside down. But like I was saying, I only take out the cards that flip out like these ones, or rather they jump out like these ones. But sometimes they'll jump out in larger groups and I'll usually put them back. And my goal here is to get you guys roughly 8 or 9 cards, and then we can get started on your reading. Alright, Capricorn, I do want to let you guys know that if you enjoy the reading, the best way to let me know is by leaving a like or a comment. But your overall energy here is the Queen of Cups. I actually am seeing a lot of water energy, right? So we have the Queen of Cups, we have the King of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. There's also the Five of Cups, and there's sort of this heavy water symbolism in the Star card, right? But I do want to start off by mentioning the major arcana that I see. We see the Star card, the Emperor, and the Devil card, which represent Aquarius, Aries, and Capricorn. Also, as well as the Queen and King of Cups representing water signs, which are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So, I do want to mention that as the Queen of Cups being your overall energy, I certainly get that you guys are experiencing a very emotional period of time right now. I feel like you guys are really in touch with your emotions, perhaps even more so than in the past. Now is a time for you guys to be very empathic and sympathetic to everyone around you. I feel like you're really good at sort of understanding how people feel and sort of reading the room. And I feel like that skill will be very beneficial to you. And it'll help you really, like, you know, for one, get what you want, but for two, it'll help you improve your relationships with other people. And even just beyond that, the fact that I see the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups, like, whenever we see the King and the Queen of any suit, we know that there's heavy soulmate energy going on, right? So the fact that you have yours as your overall energy leads me to believe that the other person is probably mirroring that. But sort of, I apologize, Capricorn, but getting into your reading proper, we have the Five of Cups as well as the Star card. So the Five of Cups is in reverse, which is actually a really good card to have in the reverse, right? Because the Five of Cups talks about spilling 3 cups and having to sort of make do with the last 2 cups that you have. And the fact that it's in reverse almost makes me feel like it's the kind of energy where you go to a vending machine and then you buy something and then 2 of what you bought pops out, right? So it almost feels like you're getting more than what you were originally expecting to get. And I feel like that's really, really awesome energy to be in. I feel like you might actually be really lucky right now, just like as a side. So, you know, I'd recommend going off and trying to manifest some luck. Like, maybe you'll get a candy bar, maybe somebody will give you a candy bar or something like that, right? Just like, a nice little treat. But certainly I'm getting that you guys are avoiding sadness, because the Five of Cups in the upright, that's what it represents. It represents that sadness, that disappointment, that devastation, right? But because it's in reverse, I feel like that's what you're wishing for, because you have the Star card here. And the Star card to me is a lot of that sort of wish fulfillment. And the fact that you have that tied to your Five of Cups in reverse leads me to believe that you guys are being fulfilled of that wish that is avoiding that devastation. I feel like you guys may have even been very close to being in the Five of Cups energy, but, you know, there's, by some stroke of luck, you're way better off than you were expecting, which I think is really good news. And you can take that and apply that to however you want. I'm thinking it's love. I'm thinking that you're meeting someone new, because I see the King of Cups with the Ace of Swords. Sorry, with the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Swords is mental clarity. So I feel like this person is going to come forth a lot more honest. But beyond that, you know, you have the Ace of Cups here present in the reading. So that leads me to believe that there's going to be a new beginning with this person. And it almost makes me feel as if the new beginning kind of scares you a little bit. And it kind of scares you, or like worries you, makes you a little suspicious, a little anxious maybe. The fact that this person is being so open with their emotions, because I feel like you're used to dealing with people who are a little bit less upfront when it comes to this kind of thing, and a lot more willing to sort of play those games. But I feel like you and this person are both at a point where you're just so done with that energy that, you know, they want to come forth in a way that is authentic and romantic and passionate. And there's this new beginning, right? And I feel like there's this worry of like, oh, well, what if they're not being authentic? What if they're hiding something or whatever? And that's this Five of Cups energy that you're worried about. But because it's in reverse, like, this is what you're achieving. You're achieving the fact that you are avoiding that outcome, right? And it's very interesting because, oh, you also have the Strength card here, which is the card of Leo, right? So we have Aquarius, Aries, Capricorn, and Leo. But like I was saying, the Strength card is very good news, because the Strength card means that you guys are going to be very powerful, and I feel like it has to do with your past and previous connections. I feel like in the past, perhaps you've been in a lot of connections where people come forth the same way, but they're not being authentic, and they're not being in a way that is honest or even like beneficial to the connection. And I feel like you've had to learn from that. You've had to learn and grow from that. And because you're in this Emperor energy. And I feel like you're not going to settle for someone who is less than this Emperor energy, right? So the Emperor is the King of Kings, right? He has the emotional intelligence of the King of Cups, the passion and drive of the King of Wands, the intellectual prowess of the King of Swords, and the material stability of the King of Pentacles, right? The Emperor has it all. And I feel like you're not going to settle for anything less than anyone who has that. And I feel like this person sort of fits the bill, right? They're coming forth in a way that's very much King of Cups, but I also see the King of Wands, right? So I feel like phase one of what they're going to show you is the King of Cups, and then phase two is the King of Wands. So I feel like this person wants to come forth in a way that's very emotionally genuine, and then they're going to show you their passionate side, their motivated side, their driven side, right? I associate the King of Wands very much with that sort of Martian energy, and the Emperor is the card of Aries, which is the sign of Mars. So I associate a lot of Mars energy with the Emperor, and Mars, you know, means just that. It's your drive, it's your passion, it's sex drive and libido for a lot of people. So I feel like this person really wants to not only be very emotionally connected with you, but very physically connected with you as well. And I feel like that may worry you as well, because you've had sort of connections in the past where it's been like people like that, and then it turns out that it's just for sex. But this person has the devil in reverse attached to them. So it feels like they're not wanting anything to, like, they want to stay far, far away from that vice energy. They don't want it to just be just the sex, right? Because this person is just like staring at her for her body. I don't think that there's any interest that this person has in her actual like personality or emotions or anything like that. But this person obviously has that interest in your body, but also that interest in who you are as a person. And I feel like that's a really good match. And I know that because we have this King of Cups, you know, that emotional investment that they have for you. And, you know, like I've sort of assigned genders throughout this whole thing, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't really matter. Either way, I'm seeing the beginning of a powerful connection here with this King of Cups, and it looks phenomenal. But that was your reading first time around, Capricorn. If you enjoyed, please leave a like or a comment because it really helps out the channel. And I personally really love to know if these readings resonate with you guys. But like I said before, I upload my new videos for Cancer on Thursdays. But in the meantime, you guys are more than welcome to watch any of my other timeless readings that I have up on the channel. And with that being said, I hope to see you guys next time for your next reading.